Welcome to Clinical Corner with First Steps Beyond. Shakina here, and I've decided to create a series of videos to highlight the topics included in Aftershock, the first edition, the newly released guide to address the silent impact of parental trauma on the next generation. And unconsciously, these traits are passed on to children of parents that have unhealed trauma. And when I say traits, I mean bonding styles, attachments, merely how we show up in interacting with other individuals. The inability to bond with children and what I like to refer to at times as an invisible shield that prevents the parent and the child from connecting in a healthy way is often impacted by unhealed trauma that parents bring over from their growth, development, childhood, and past parental traumas into their new role as a parent. This isn't always done intentionally. This is done when individuals fail to heal their past trauma. This can show up as mild as someone's barrier to give a hug or a kiss or support their child in small expressions of love and healthy bonding, or as broad as not being able to prevent a safe, soft, comforting tone. Sometimes it shows up with pressured speech and a rush to feel like they need to solve the problem, or even insecurities when they feel like they aren't unable to solve their child's problems financially, emotionally, or the like. So in this first series, I'd like to address the unprocessed trauma that shows up. Now, there are several parenting styles that then lead to bonding or influence or impact the individual's ability to bond. We can go into those parenting styles at another time. But for this first video, I just wanted to highlight that if we show up as parents with unhealed trauma, our children feel it before we even say it. They notice it before we're even able to describe it. And they then develop their own sense of security based on how we've introduced ourselves into that dynamic. So if we don't hug and kiss and provide a safe atmosphere for our children, that then creates a distance where they are unable to express that in their development. There is a way to go back and to address these things and start to introduce those bonding expressions into the dynamic, but it takes work. And first and foremost, you have to understand that you are able to go back and to address those things. Sometimes people chalk it up to, that's just how we are. That's just how we've done things. That's how we've always done things in our family. And that's one part of acknowledging the cycle that continues to perpetuate the dysfunction and bonding. But when we take a minute to stop and decide to make a conscious effort to break that cycle and introduce healing into the dynamic, it changes the flow of everything and breaks the cycle for generations to come. It doesn't matter how old your child is or how old you are. You still have the ability to go back and self-evaluate and recognize how you show up in your unhealed state affects how you bond with your child.